You're listening to the You Don't Know Me Yet podcast network.
Hey, you are tuned in to Two Gems and a Mic with hosts Tanisha the Diva Mahomes and Linda L.D. Dorsey. Just know, if we talking about it, you need to hear about it. Unwind and enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Two Gems and a Mic. I'm your girl LD. I got my boy Darren, the Mike Smith. What's going on, Darren?
Nothing, just kind of jealous that Tanisha didn't want to put us in their suitcase and go on a cruise.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all right. She ain't sent a picture. She ain't sent nothing. We'll get it when she get back.
Picture, text, nothing. Like she just forgot all about it. Like she ain't got responsibilities.
That's how you're supposed to do on vacation. I can't say I would do different.
I know, right? I know that's right.
All right, so a lot going on. Let's start with the WNBA.
Okay.
So, that, excuse me. You want to talk about the Commissioner's Cup?
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised how close it ended up being. I think when you and I were talking prior to the game, and I know I was putting a slip in, and I actually decided, because they didn't have age, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take New York for -6.5, and they ended up covering. I think they covered by, I think it was an 8-point win. Yeah. But the fact that it was a double digit, I mean, it was almost a blowout early on, and the fact that the Aces were able to close the gap, and actually I think at one point might have taken the lead in that game. It says a lot about the heart of what they did and how they played extremely well without Asia in that game, who of course suffered an ankle injury in the previous game against Chicago. And so I thought overall they did good. They showed up well, they played well, and I think Kennedy Carter, I was talking to one of my homegirls in New York, she was like, oh, she's not going. I'm like, she has the green light. I said, she's going to come in and score because they don't have Asia. So, but the fact that she was able to score along with Jackie Young played well. She started off slow, but she ended up doing well, playing well. Enescu, she played, actually she was shooting the lights out, and Breanna Stewart picked it up throughout the game.
Stewie going to do what Stewie going to do.
Yeah, the player I was kind of shocked about that didn't play well was Phoebich and Jonquel Jones. Actually, I was shocked at her performance, and I don't really think it was anything that they done. I just don't think she took enough shots. But that's just me.
Yeah, and you know what? I think there's still. I heard a stat or heard a comment that I wasn't aware of, that throughout the season so far they've had 9 different starting lineups. So you're really not gelling, right? Because you don't have the same rotation. You don't have the same people coming off the bench at the same time. Somebody may be a starter, maybe not. Sabally wasn't playing because concussion protocol. So it's a lot going on with them to piece games together. We saw what they did over the weekend and last week, losing games that maybe, some think they should have won, but it depends if everybody's on. Also, if New York is clicking. And when I say clicking, you got Stewie, you got Enescu, and you got Jones, and they're all clicking, double digits, getting rebounds or whatever. I think it's a very hard team to beat. But hats off to them. They played well.
One other thing that I caught during the broadcast, they said for some reason, well, I don't want to say for some reason, but I do think it's a level of competition. They said that she plays. Her averages, at least scoring average, is higher against the Aces than any other team that she's faced. Stewie has, so it now, and I don't know if
Stewie and Enescu, I believe, right?
Well, I know Stewie, but I think they focus on Stewie. I don't know if they said Enescu, but I know for Stewie they talked about how when the Liberty faces off with the Aces, her production always picks up. So I mean, not to say that doesn't pick up against everybody else, but it just goes to another level. Because I don't know if she normally matches up. I don't think she normally matches up with Asia at all. But I just think just that level of competition that she's got a couple of MVPs and Asia has 4 titles. So I just think just being champion, stuff like that. I just I like the fact that her game picks up. When
they battle each other. Sometimes they guard each other, sometimes they're not. Yeah. But I think New York played the perfect game too by going to the middle. You had nobody there to stop them. because
Yeah.
everybody was worried about getting back out to their own man. So it was like you didn't have the enforcer in there, so you didn't have Asia in the middle to stop all that, because they're not going to go freely. Nobody is in the league is going to go freely to the middle, knowing that Asia's there or possibly there waiting for them. So I think the game would have been different had she been in the game. I'm not going to say the
Oh, of
Aces would
course,
have
yeah.
won. It would have been a different game.
Oh, yeah.
So would have loved to see everybody healthy, to include Sabali, who wasn't playing. You'd like to see teams play with 100% of their players just to see, who's that better team. But I take my hats off because, that's 3 wins, 3 championships for New York so far this year. So, I'm excited.
And I'll say this before we move on. Shout out to Becky Hammond too, because because they had to make the adjustment that day because Asia will play if she could play, and the fact that she was able, the coaching lineup, and then of course just being able to sub and make the adjustments real time shows how good of a coach she is. But also, um, my only thing is I think the Aces actually could have won the game had they shot better. I know they shot a lot of
They shot poor. Yes, they were missing layups.
yeah, exactly. So had they shot better, I think the game probably could have turned out
Right,
differently.
even without Asia, they could have won that game. They were. I was surprised. I was like, my God, y'all got to make layups.
Yeah, and Chelsea Gray being out in the first quarter for real, I think also hurt him as well when she suffered. Well,
Yeah.
when
So
she just had a
how
little
much
injury,
was she back in? Yeah, how much was she there? But it was a good game,
Oh
nonetheless.
yeah,
I
good
enjoyed the
game.
game. I enjoyed the game. Do you agree with Stewie getting the MVP over Nescu?
I mean, you can't go wrong either way. I mean, they won.
No,
Just flip a
yeah, and
coin.
I just heard grumblings, but that's people just looking at points. Stewie did a lot, rebounding, points, and
Well,
defending.
and I was thinking about it, you're talking about the Commissioner's Cup, so it's not like throughout the season it's those games.
Yeah,
So
no, just
the
this. Yeah, yeah,
Nescu have been out most of the season, so yeah, I have no problem with
yeah.
Stewie winning it
Just for the cup,
because honestly, had Jonquil Jones had a good game,
you
then
could have gave it to
then
her.
then that would have been a better question to ask.
Yeah, agreed, agreed. And JJ's one of them players. It's like, it's almost like she got to get pissed off. Maybe she wasn't mad enough. When she's mad, it's like she plays a whole different game. But the consistency is needed for both teams, and they got to have the gelling. I still want to see what the Aces look like 100%.
Yeah.
Because I'm still, and this has nothing to do with the Commissioner Cup. Hands off to Liberty. You got that going forward. You're looking at
I mean,
Dana
but to be
Evans.
fair, I want to see what all these teams look like healthy. Of course, that includes Minnesota and New York.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to name a few
just
teams. Yeah, so
yeah.
if you look at them, you got Dana Evans hasn't played, Barker hasn't played, Kennedy Carter, she gonna do what she do when she gets in there. Then you got Sabali from New York, she's not playing. You got Fee, who we found out is practicing now. What
Yeah.
are they gonna look like? Because for some of these teams, the dynamics of how they play are gonna change because you're gonna put these people in the lineup, and somebody's got to come out of that starting 5.
Yep.
Now you may bring Fee off the bench to start. I don't know. When you bring
Get
her
her
back
win
in,
and
right?
get her win
But
back,
I
yeah.
don't know. But somebody, she ain't sitting.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
not sitting.
yeah.
The same thing with Clark is going to come. I don't know what game she's coming back, and I don't know how her back is, but that changes the dynamics of those games too because they play a different game. Indiana plays a different game when she's in and when she's out. So
Yep.
we'll see with that. As Seattle is they don't have a great record, but they're looking better when they got, they had Malonga was sitting on the bench, Fan was sitting on the bench. Now these players are getting in there and they're getting their legs, they're getting their game. They're looking different. Not saying they're gonna come back and blow people out, but it's something
Building blocks.
Yeah. And Plum ain't been playing. So Plum ain't been playing, Brink ain't been playing. When they were playing, they look better. So you're right, 100%. Teams 100%. And I think a lot of coaches are like, if I can hang on,
or at least if you can build towards the, at least post All-Star as
right.
you get to the end of the season to get try to make that top 8 or whatever to get
exactly.
to the
if I can hang
playoffs,
on to after All-Star break and get my girls in there and start grinding, because you saw what happened with the Aces last year, right?
Yep.
They looked terrible. All-Star break, they came out, it was like, oh, that's a whole different team. So I think that's what these teams are, looking for. And I think that's one of the reasons Asia's ankle may not have been that bad, but why risk it?
Yeah.
Why risk a 80% when?
And as we talk about how their schedule is, I mean,
they got to
give her a couple more days of rest.
Yeah, they played Connecticut. I wouldn't play her in that game, and then they play Indiana. Maybe you play her in that game to see what that looks like. But do you really have to? So
she gets my 15 points. Hey,
look,
sit her till she's healthy, because I don't want her coming in getting 5 points and then sitting. Nope.
Right. I hear you. So Darren, they who was it? ESPN released
Yeah, ESPN.com.
right. So they released their top 50 players. We ain't gonna do all 50. Let's go 20 and give me your thoughts. I'll give
Uh,
you mine.
okay. Well, my thoughts is simple. I don't agree with number two only because she hadn't played enough.
Name them. Number one,
Okay.
Asia.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, well, you said 20, so I'll go with the first 10.
Okay.
Asia Wilson with the Aces, Kelsey Plum with the Sparks, Caitlin Clark with the
No,
Fever.
no. Talk about them. Let's talk about them while we go. Asia, do
Oh,
we both agree or disagree?
nah, I agree. Asia Wilson number one.
Okay.
Kelsey Plum number two. I don't agree with that. I don't have a problem being in the top 50. I just not a number two.
And she hasn't played. Now she's up there scoring. I don't know what the
She's
criteria they're
played. She's played in
using.
2/3 of the games. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
she's played 12 out of 18. So
Okay.
so again, I don't mind her being top 50, just not at number two. To me,
Right.
I just availability means, I like to take a lot of things into account. But do you agree with her at number two or no?
No, I don't. I
Okay.
don't. I agree. She's a impact and critical player,
Mhm.
but at this point, number two, no.
All right. Number three, Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever. Um, Preseason they had her ranked 10. I don't mind top 10. I wouldn't have her number three, but yeah, that's
I agree with that. I would put her back at three. They're doing well. She makes an impact, but you can also see what the team can do without her.
yeah,
They can win without her. So I don't know, if I put her up that high over
number.
some folk.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
Go
Number
ahead.
4, we got Paige Becker's Dallas Wings. I think preseason she was ranked number 8. I don't have a problem with her at number 4. Um, no, but just based off of what she's done, expectations coming off of what they did last year, and the team record thus far. So I don't have a problem because it's contributing to winning.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I don't have a problem with her being number 4. But the argument can be made that there are players that we'll get to below that could possibly be ranked higher, and you wouldn't get an argument from me either.
Right. You can
Because
rank them higher than her and
yeah,
Clark if you wanted to, if you're looking at two guards. But yeah, I get where you're going. I get where you're going.
do you have a problem with her being number 4 or what?
No, I really don't.
Yeah.
But here the 3 and the 4 get me because then you got Breonna Stewart at number 5. Breonna Stewart ain't a number 5 player.
Well, that's
I'm putting Breonna
that's where
Stewart
I was
right there
going.
I'm putting Breonna Stewart right there under Asia.
Yeah, until going further, to me, they're always the initial 1-2, and I mean, if healthy, you could toss in feet. That would be your top 3. Period.
Yeah, feet. Them my 3.
Yeah,
Those are gonna be my 3 unless something goes wrong and the numbers are just looking crazy. Those are your 3 MVP runners. Those would be my 3 MVP runners at the beginning of every season. And like you say, Fee's not healthy, so she's not in the conversation right now. But we agreeing.
Yeah,
Damn, we agreeing. Let me look outside. Oh, that's what it is. Because I think the
It's
devil
snowing
is at my
outside. It's snowing in
It's
July.
hot. Right. As hot as it is, I think the devil is ringing my doorbell because it's hot. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, like those are going to be my top 3 until Juju gets in the league. You know, what I'm saying then we'll have that conversation.
We'll see. I ain't giving nobody nothing until they do it.
Yeah, so obviously, so like I said, I mean, we both agree that Breonna Stewart should be higher than number 5, but of course, where they have her at, it is what it is. Number 6, Olivia Miles, Minnesota Lynx. I know you and I kind of talked beforehand. We'll disagree on that, but I think she should be. If you put in Caitlin Clark at number 3, then I think that she would need to be switched with her. I don't have a problem if we talk about it maybe later on. All NBA, she would be my starting point guard over Caitlin. But as it relates to where she's ranked, I don't have a problem with her being number 6 in the top. I don't have a problem with it in the. Well, if I were ranked, she would be ranked higher because she would be one of my top 5 players, and also I'd have her ranked above Caitlin because she's contributing to winning and being an impact player. Okay. I don't have a problem with her being in the top 10 where she's at according to the list. I'm just saying I would have her ranked higher, but that's just me.
I ain't gonna argue with you there.
All right. Number 7, we got we'll do 7 and 8 because they're teammates. Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard, both guards, 6'6", 6'2", guards for the Atlanta Dream. Do you have any issues with that?
I don't, because they flip flop.
Yeah,
They
that's why I said we can take them together.
Yeah, I take them together because they flip flop. Yeah.
And I don't.
This is where it gets kind of crazy, because you know what, you guard heavy.
Well,
You guard heavy in these top 10, and
and
then
I'll
it's
be
like,
honest.
yeah.
And for me, I would have Angel Reese ranked over them, but that's just me. That's just me
Okay.
because you
Of what
know
she's contributing to her
what she's
team.
contributing and
Okay.
double
Where is
and
Angel? Where is
she's I
Angel?
think 12 or 13. I
Yeah,
think
she's 13. I don't like the
13.
13 for her.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, we both agree 7 and 8, not really too. See, this is where now in our business, this is where it gets tough, because now you can just interchange with players. You know, what I'm saying, being 7, 8, 9, 7 through 15, or even 20 or whatever, because you got so many good players across these teams, and they're doing well on their particular team, stat wise, and maybe some contributing to winning and stuff like that. That because I mean, when we haven't even gone all the way down. My initial question is where's Natasha Howard? And Natasha Howard is not even in the top 20. However, Courtney Williams is when it comes and I know how big you were on Natasha Howard just last week when we were having a
Oh yeah,
conversation.
I think
So
she's. I think the Fever. I'm like, y'all crazy for giving her up.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
but
think maybe they didn't want to pay her, but Darren, I agree with you. And if we had to, we were talking earlier, we were debating earlier, to saying if you wanted to pick a team, 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to say guard, forward, center, how would you do it then? Because we're guard heavy up here, like Alyssa Thomas. I like Alyssa.
I was just gonna go there,
Talk to me.
even though let's
She
not
ain't
jump
going
number 9
above
right quick.
Kelsey Mitchell.
No. I was gonna say let's
No,
do
no, no.
Jackie Young first, because she's at
Okay.
number 9.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Jackie Young, and you find out where she's ranked. Again, it is guard
I
heavy,
am
because you're
with this.
looking at 6 guards in the top 10.
Exactly, and that's like, I'm like, I don't know, because I could put her above Ryan Howard, or I could put her above
Great.
Alyssa Gray. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I would have to look at a team type thing.
Yep.
Here's
And that's why the conversation we had earlier. That's why I could have Olivia Miles over her, because I mean, and she's
right.
Yeah. So again,
And I
it's
was saying the
preference, stuff
opposite.
like
So
that.
just so everybody's clear, I wouldn't put Olivia Miles over her, and you would, and we both had our reasons why. I respect why you, but we could beat that to death, like you said. It's a whole bunch of guards. So we got Alyssa Thomas. Now maybe they wanted to switch it up with guards. I don't know. I don't think Kelsey Mitchell ever gets her full. Come on, Kelsey Mitchell.
Well, and basically how she played last season when Caitlin Clark was out for after 13 games, she
The woman played until she couldn't stand.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
That
Kelsey
that
was,
alone says so much to me. I mean, watching that was it hurt to watch it, because I was like, good God. But then you say that's somebody I want on my team.
And here's the thing too, we go back to Alyssa Thomas at 10. If I remember correctly, Alyssa Thomas was a first team last year, I think. Because I
Because they made remember how far they went.
Well, that too, but also, stat wise, she was averaging almost a triple double too. I mean, and that's what she does. I mean, so like when you ask the question, we're doing guard, forward, center. Man, it's kind of when I look at all that Alyssa Thomas can do position wise. Now, granted, Phoenix has, and it's funny because Phoenix did well last year with the playoff run, but they're not doing too well in the win-loss column this year, which is kind of crazy. But if I look at how they did or how she's doing, if I was coming off of what we saw last year, obviously it would be Asia, Brianna. I'd have to have Alyssa in there. Of course, you could have the conversation about Nafisa, but again, that's just so it just, man, it's tough because you got players who play the same position, but what they do as it relates to their team success, just man,
she's
it's
doing
tough,
a lot of guard stuff on her team. But I tell you what, I'm not taking Alyssa Thomas over Angel Reese.
Say that one more time.
I'm not taking Alyssa Thomas over Angel Reese. I would switch those two.
Oh, this is big of you, Linda. I like that.
No, I mean, you always think that I'm putting Angel down, and I'm not putting her down. I've watched that kid play since high school.
Look,
You
hey,
can go
if
back and
people
listen to
assume,
everything I said.
if
I'm going to be the most critical of Angel because I've watched her play since ninth grade and
I
I
get
coached
that.
against her. So I'm
I
going to
know,
be
I get
critical.
that part. No, I get
Yeah.
no, I laugh because if people heard some of our arguments and conversations when we get on the air, when we say, and I mean, and look, I be going to bat for Angel when I be like, oh,
You were
she's
talking
top
about Angel
three
as
MVP.
MVP. I'm still
No, no,
not
no.
going
I
with
said
Angel as no
no, no. I
MVP.
said she in the MVP conversation. I
No,
didn't say
she
she was
ain't.
the MVP
I
because
still ain't putting her in the MVP conversation.
I mean, no,
But I'm going to put her definitely in. Angel's going in my top 10.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, and
Angel's
you know,
definitely going in my top 10
I mean, the
because,
top ten
I
you
mean,
got,
I look 14,
man,
14
you got
points a
6 guards
game,
in the top 10.
11
You got
rebounds a
7 guards.
game. Huh?
I'm saying if you look at this list, you got 7 guards in the top 10. That's just not that's not feasible.
No. No, because they ain't all gonna right. You're gonna have to have an Angel in there getting you some rebounds. You're gonna have to have some other folks in there. And I see like a Leah Boston. You got John. Where I mean, I think Jessica Shepard's having a great season. She's number 17. We got people that are way down at the bottom, and I was scrolling through, and I was like, damn, because our team ain't winning. So where we gonna put Cardosa? Cardosa's having a good season.
She well, she's put together some good games. Now I will say this: stat wise, yes, she's having a great season. But there have been games where she's had outstanding games, but there's also been games where she allows some foul troubles to put to get her in trouble and get her seat on the bench. Because if you think about the game that they played a couple of Saturdays ago against Dallas, I mean, she got in the foul trouble. It's like, come on, you just like if you're on the floor, you could contribute to helping your team probably knock off Dallas in that game. But
Okay,
no,
from
but
the eye test, let me ask you a question. You got Shakira Austin, and you got both. She's a center, and you got
Cardoso
Camila
or
Cardoso. Who you taking?
Cardosa.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the list. It's like have
I
a.
know.
I
They didn't
think
ask
I
us our
think you're
opinion.
better. I think maybe we'll do this ourselves, right? And we'll do it every week and put them and pick a position, right? Pick a center. Who's your top 10 centers? Who's your top
Okay.
this? Let's do it that way. And
I might
maybe we
have to
can
do
do that
top
on the show.
five because I don't,
Oh,
I
top
don't.
five. Let me go top five. If we
Yeah.
do top five of each position, the guards, I think we're going to go top 10.
Yeah. Now I will say this: I didn't, I knew Aaliyah Boston played center, but I didn't realize she was that tall. I didn't realize she was 6'5". Because and,
I
and
got a
and I
picture.
said it because like when I see her on the court and I kind of see her up against other players, she doesn't look as big. But
Let me tell you something. I didn't right watching her on the court because there are other players. But when we went to the Final Four a couple of years ago, I was like, she was standing there, and I said, "Oh, hey, do you mind taking a picture?" And I was like literally looking up. She is
okay,
tall. She is
okay,
very
cool,
tall.
cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, let's see. We got of
and
course
she was very
Angel.
nice also. So that was that was one of the things
Oh, that
too.
helps.
Yeah,
I didn't want to overskip number 12, Brittany Sykes, Toronto Tempo. I just really hadn't watched Toronto much. I
and
can't.
Brittany's hurt.
I know, but I'm saying that's just where they got it right now. I didn't rank her there,
Yeah.
so I
No, no,
wouldn't.
no. I mean, Brittany was like number 3, number 4 in scoring this year
Yeah.
until she got hurt. She's been balling out. Brittany been balling out since she's been in the league. But I hated, that was that. I think you did see the game, Darren, when we talked about it. When she went down, it was like non-contact. So she
Yep.
hasn't been back since.
Yeah. Angel Reese, Atlanta Dream, 13. Of course, I think she should be top 10. So I think we both agree on that.
Yeah.
Courtney Williams, Minnesota Lynx at 14.
That
Man,
mid-range.
a lot of guards, man. A lot of guards.
Yeah.
Don't have a problem with where she's at. Aaliyah Boston, 15. Center, forward center, fever. I'm good with that. Jonquil Jones, former
That's
MVP.
and it goes back to, I guess we can't beat it enough to say, yeah, you got all them guards, but if you put a bunch of guards on the team and you take some of these people that are playing forward and center, you got some of them that can bring the ball up. So them guards ain't beating them forwards and them centers, but you got them ranked here as the top. So it's kind of like the criteria. I don't take a lot of stock into some of these ESPN polls because I'm like, who's behind this and who's
Right.
coming up with this?
It was three riders. It was the bylines up here. It was three
And that
riders
and that, yeah. So they writing.
that cover the WNBA. So I'll
Yeah.
give them a little bit of credit because they do cover the game. Jessica Shepard. Now she was not ranked in the preseason of the top 50, but she's averaging a double double. She's out here doing her thing. I think she's second behind Angel in rebounding. So
Yeah, because Jess Shepard wasn't doing that last year on the Lynx. They
yeah,
didn't need her to for one, but she wasn't doing. It's like a whole different. People are like, where was this?
yeah. Now
And
she on punishment though. Saying selling everybody slip the other day, only taking 2 shots in the second half. Oh, that
you
just
said she
that's
on
type of stuff.
punishment.
Look,
Now
that's
I
type
ain't
of
heard that
stuff.
expression in a long time. On
That's type of
punishment.
stuff I would tag the FBI in. Saying tell them to go look at that game. No,
Yeah,
I'm nope. I'm dead serious. Number 18, another guard, Sonia Citron, Washington Mystics.
Sonya's been playing well.
And yeah, oh yeah.
She's
No,
been
and
playing well, but the Mystics, they're hovering around that that eighth position. So it's kind of like they go eighth, ninth, it's back and forth, back and forth. So, I think everybody on the Mystics need to get some props after that
yeah,
triple overtime. What was it? Triple, quadruple? What was it?
quadruple.
Quadruple
And it
overtime.
almost went to a fifth one.
It did. It did. A friend of mine I was just talking to earlier, she was at the game, and some of the fans started leaving. They thought it was over, so they started leaving, thinking, "Oh, that's it." And then the other fans was like, "Oh," and then the ones that hung in there. I said, "Yeah, if you in overtime, you're a fan.
Well, you
You'll
just
hang
trying
till
to
the
beat the
end of it."
traffic. Yeah, you just trying to beat the traffic.
I know the DC traffic is crazy, but still, if I done paid my money and we in overtime, we in double overtime, I ain't leaving till it's over.
Facts.
Yeah, lights gotta be off.
19, Kalia Copper, guard,
I
Phoenix
don't like
Mercury.
where she is. I just think,
But I
and
mean,
that's
you got so
I
many
get it.
guards.
You go and you do go back to who's winning and who's doing this, who's in that. But you know what Asia called her, right? So I ain't gonna say it on air, but
Nah, we haven't
but
seen that.
that I just have Kalia Copper. I just think she's God. You put her on any of those teams in the top 8, and they looking different.
Number 20, Anika Ogwumike, Los Angeles Sparks. She's played.
NECA.
She's obviously played well in
Yeah.
Plum's absence, and she has cleared my slips. So so
Yeah,
she's good with
NECA,
me.
NECA's NECA. NECA gonna be on somebody's list just for getting the CBA done.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm
oh
like,
yeah, but
yeah,
she's
she's that player. Has been that player since Stanford and all through her career in the NBA. I mean WNBA. So
now. Of
um
course, we go now. We're not gonna talk about it, but you look at the other 30 outside of there. Obviously Marina Marbury. She's right at 21. Think about what she done last couple of games or whatever, especially hitting 53 and some of these other names that we talked about earlier
yeah.
that are in the top 50. And you got Kenny Carter in there. So I mean, this is a good list. I mean, it's a good list. I wouldn't.
Because the names are there. It's
Yeah,
how us personally, and them, of course, what they're seeing would
mm,
reshuffle those names. So
yeah,
that I think the proper names are on the list. It's just we would do some reshuffling.
yeah. And once you get players back like feeding, players who haven't even played this season, some of those names will obviously get bumped off. So
All right, let's talk about let's move on here from the W, and we're gonna go to the NBA. These
mhm.
trades. What trade to you is like, ooh, I never saw it coming?
I don't want to say I didn't see coming, but I was shocked that. I mean, I guess the way it was kind of playing itself out, Jalen Brown was going to get traded,
I'm a little
but
disappointed in that trade.
well, I mean, I'm not disappointed for Philly. I mean, they
No,
did smart by getting off of Paul George's contract and picking up a younger player who has, you'll give him an extension on top of the money he's already making right now. But you now you got a young core that you can build with VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey along with him, and I mean, you did bring in Dean Wade, and then of course, depending on hopefully Joel Embiid can stay healthy, get himself in the shape, and that team can make a run for the title because that's a good team both on offense and defense, especially with Edgecombe and Dean Wade to power forward, and of course Jalen Brown. And they did say that they want to get into that LeBron James sweepstakes as well. So
so what do you think about? Okay, so they said the grade for Boston is a D plus.
of
So
course.
Boston also went and got Robinson. What do you think on the flip side for
For
Boston?
Mitchell Robinson, I mean, he's going to be
Yeah,
a backup there. So I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
he's just one person, but even bringing Paul George over, I mean, what do you think?
I don't. I mean,
Yeah,
it, it, it,
I don't see the upside.
it was no upside. I just think because they knew they had to get off of Jaylen
And
Brown.
salary.
Yeah, and salaries match, so it's not like so it's not like it's costing me more money. But the fact that you did get a couple of you did get some draft picks and a couple of, and a swap in there. So I mean, but those of course for future assets. So, but for this year right away, nah, because I don't. Paul George has to be healthy, and so I don't think. But I think, as someone mentioned earlier, they could have acquired George and these draft picks for maybe to make a move later on in the season.
Okay. Now, you got Tobias Harris going to the
San
Spurs.
Antonio, right?
Yeah.
Did they give anybody up or did they? No, I know they didn't give anybody up in the trade because they signed him in free agency, but did because they had Julian Champagne that was at the 4. So I mean, I don't know. If anything, they need to have been trying to get off of the Aaron Fox, but that's just me. With his contract about to start, they could have got off him and put Dylan Harper in that starting lineup. Put him and Castle and Vassell at those three, and then you bring in Tobias Harris along with Wemby. That would have been a much better team this upcoming season, in my opinion.
I agree. I mean, okay, the Rockets get Marcus Smart. I mean, names is some of these I just it's a wait and see for me.
For Marcus Smart, that puts him back with um, the coach. I know it's I can't I don't want to mispronounce his name right now, so that's why. But the Houston coach, because they were together when they
Yeah,
won
I mess up his
the
name
world
too.
title.
Yeah.
Ime Udoka. Because I've been saying, we talking about the other girls in the WNBA. I didn't want to throw his name in there, but yeah, Ime Udoka. They were together, of course, when they won the championship in Boston. So, no, was he there when they won the championship? No, he was there before. But anyway, I would go. I do like that move because he brings a defensive presence there and additional toughness there for Houston. So and look, they sorely needed a point guard after Fred VanVleet went down last year and they never did replace him. So bringing him in, he could be your point guard if need be right off the bat. Um, I want to get your thoughts on the Lakers going in the direction that they're going, re-signing Austin Reeves, bringing in Kessler, Walker Kessler. That's going to be a totally different.
It's a
It
totally different
ain't
team.
going to be no Showtime Lakers. It'll be a
Nah.
Snowtime Lakers.
Right. That's what everybody was saying. I saw that nickname out there. Yeah, that I don't even know what that's. I got to see that on the court. I really got to see it on the court. On paper,
Luka's going to be averaging 40 because he definitely going to be
he
shooting
gonna
well.
have to, and he's gonna
Yeah.
have to stay healthy.
Well, because he ain't gonna play no defense, so that's probably.
You said
I mean,
you said it.
yeah, I mean that's gonna. I mean, he can go down now. I don't know if he's gonna be averaging close. I don't know what his assists gonna look like. I know he normally averages about 8-9 assists, but I don't know now because he's gonna be shooting a lot and seeing how he's able to create for other players, and of course, Austin Reeves is gonna have to average 20 points as well. So we got to see what to me, with them, that's going to be a wait and see. Your thoughts on John Morant getting traded to Portland?
Yeah, I I I don't know what that does to the team, like that he's leaving because they picked up.
It
It
makes them
seems
guard
like.
heavy.
Say again.
It makes them guard heavy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, going. But what I'm saying is him leaving at that time. I mean, I think it's more. I think it has more to do with we just wanted to make a trade. We just need to make a move because him staying there was not the move for. It wasn't working out. It just the last couple of years, it just wasn't working out. I don't know what all the issues are. Um, I think some of the people that went to Memphis and thought, "Hey, I'm going to be playing with him." I think that's a little disappointing for them, and probably a little disappointing for others because it's like, I didn't see that coming.
I mean, you should be getting Damian Lillard back, but you got him coming back. You got Drew Holiday. Well, no, Drew Holiday ended up going
I
somewhere
think they're
else.
gonna look good if he can. And to me, here's the thing: take away all the stuff that's going on off the court with John Morant. John Morant's gonna play basketball.
Well, we hope. Nah, I'm not making that. I can't go with you.
Well, but
Can't
you
make
don't
that
think?
assumption. Nah, Grant. Now I don't know. It ain't the same kind of games up in
No,
Portland
no.
as
I
it
mean,
is in
that's why I say
Memphis.
if you take all that away, his ability and what he can bring to a team, and if he can mesh with that team, I think they make an impact.
You gotta see
It's
where his
just a
head is
matter
at.
of
That's the
staying
that's the only
focused.
problem. You gotta see where his head is at.
Exactly. I agree. I agree. So
And
I
I think
can't.
and I think he's
So you
probably coming
can't
off
really
an injury
separate it.
too.
You got to be there psychologically. You got to be. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you. I'm with you.
I mean, but the thing is, he has to do it because this could be his last chance. And I mean, this is a second chance to make a first impression. Let's see how you do, on another squad in another city where, granted, you're not going to get the media coverage that you would have gotten. You're not like Portland's not going to be on STV because of you. So what I'm saying, but this is a chance for you to live up to the remainder of your contract and try to get a contract extension from someone else because I don't think they'll get it in Portland regardless.
No, I agree there.
Not with that
So
cheap owner.
yeah, well, then so is the Knicks. So if you had to make a prediction right now, who do you see coming out of the East and who do you see coming out of the West next year?
I gotta see where LeBron ends up, only
Okay.
because he can, if depending on where
Okay,
he
let's
goes,
go
his
there. Stop there for a second. Where's the best fit in your mind for LeBron?
best fit to try to win it. Well, the best fit would be Oklahoma City. I just OKC or San Antonio, but in the East because I
Do you
think
see him going to either one of those teams?
well, I know he can't. He can't go to San Antonio because they just signed Tobias Harris. They don't have any
Right.
spots or money left. OKC, they're
I
not
don't
going to go
see it
that route.
because they got it. They got their MVP.
Yeah, I mean, could he do something in Golden State? It would be an old team, but that team would be built for the playoffs. It wouldn't be built for the regular season. So, if LeBron James went there, now he would want to play as many games as possible. Everybody else, I don't know. But if he were there in Golden State, I think that they can make a run in the Western Conference only because I think that when you put Draymond, Steph, and even Al Horford, and Porzingis too, if
Yeah.
they can play the game from up here, that gives them a chance. Because one of the things that kind of shocked me was that I thought that San Antonio probably should have been trying to, run up and down against New York. And that's just my opinion. But when it comes to LeBron at the point of running the offense, he can slow the game down. So he's smart to know to slow the game down and can play the game in his head. They can play the game in their head by not saying without ever letting the game get too far ahead of him. And look, LeBron just by himself, saying damn near beat the Houston Rockets last year
Yeah.
in the first round by himself. Now, granted, Kevin Durant I think only played in one game, but still,
So where do you see him if he went to the East? Where's a big fit, a better fit, a good fit for him on the East?
better fit, especially they don't have to give nothing up, would be Cleveland.
Okay.
Because you could, I
Going
mean,
back to
you'd have,
Cleveland would be
yeah,
good.
because you would have James Harden, you'd have Donovan Mitchell, you'd have LeBron James, Evan Mobley, and you got your center and Jared Allen.
Okay.
So, yeah, I
Okay.
mean, they would have a ready made. My only issue with that is that I would hope that LeBron teaches, shows these players how to play with some heart
Yeah.
because they didn't
Well,
they
they
didn't do it
definitely,
this.
definitely need that. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Give me your closing thoughts.
Closing thought. Want to give us closing thought. Prayers to Calais Campbell on the tragic loss of his mother, and looks as though I know his brother's charged, but you're presumed innocent until proven otherwise. But just that family, because losing your mom and in the manner in which she was found by the police and stuff, you know, shouldn't have to go through that.
Right. Nobody should. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I'm going on a more lighter side. My closing
Mhm.
thoughts are, I'm a tennis junkie, so just watching Serena come back, she didn't win, but just watching her come back and watching her girls watch her play and that's something that she wanted. And I thought that was great. And I think people were just happy to see her there. She felt good, a little tweak with the knee or whatever, but grass is her thing. So we'll see. She didn't win, but more to come. So I'm looking forward to that. Any comment on that?
No. I mean, she looked good. I think, but I think by her playing, I think it gives her a little more juice to continue playing in these other majors to try to win another Grand Slam. And then before we get off, obviously, shout out to the Team USA men's national team
Yes.
winning in the group of 32 to get to the group of 16, and so. Shout out to them and to just the World Cup. And the World Cup has been good. I
It's
mean, I
been
know it
good.
comes
It
on.
really has. It's been
It
fun.
comes on. I find myself up late at night, if not on the couch watching, in the bed watching on my iPad. And look, as long as the team's made it as far as I need them to go, my parlays are looking good so far. So,
Yeah. It has been
shout out
fun.
to
I
them.
mean, just the excitement. I mean, that game, football or soccer, whatever you want to call it, it always has the excitement of
Yeah, I
watching
mean,
it.
and
So
and
it's been
and, and,
fun.
and be honest, like every game has been, I won't say, but
We had a
most of
couple
the
of
games.
blowouts, but not
Yeah,
too
but
many.
most of the games, I mean, like a couple, 2 games yesterday where, it like I forgot which team it was that was leading 2-0 for most of the game. Then I was watching something else turn back and it's 3-2. It's like 3-2. I'm
Right.
like,
What
oh, they
happened?
lost the game. Like what?
Right.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Crazy.
so
Crazy. All
good
right.
stuff.
Well, that's good. We continue to watch, enjoy sports and everything. And remember, please, please, please be kind, be blessed. It's
Happy
free.
4th.
Yep. Happy 4th. Until next time, everybody. Peace. Thank you for tuning in to Two Gems and a Mic. Be sure to subscribe and follow. Until next time, remember, be kind, be blessed. Peace.